Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Team Fortress TV's coverage of ESEA Open Season 25. This is Open Playoffs Round 2, Playground Tactics, taking on the Sparkle Gang. My name is Cornpop, and joined tonight by Marxist as my co-caster, and Azazel, I got the name right this time, on production. Marxist, I think you might know these players a little bit better than I do, but I still know a good few of them. Do you want to go down these rosters, then we can start talking about them?
Oh yeah, so we'll get going here. I'll take the Sparkle Gang. So you got your scouts are Split and Spamfest. Both players have been around for a very long time. I think Split has actually mained every single class in the whole game. You have June as well on Roamer. Your Pocket is Mirror Man. Demo Man is Ether, who is a player who's built a lot of steam as far as Demo Man reputations go. And then a former teammate of mine in Stochastic is playing Medic. I went from mentoring Stochastic's first team to eventually having him on my team as a scout player on my own team. That's the mentoring to playing with Pipeline Cornpop.
And now you're casting his open playoff match. So pretty good for him. Moving on to Playground Tactics roster, they got Rikachu and Alder as their scouts. Maelstrom is their roamer. Morska is their pocket. Use is their demo man. And Turkey Lips is their medic. And I believe this is the, I want to say like 6th and 3rd seed? Pretty sure that's correct. So we should be in for a theoretically good match, and all the players who know things have told me that this will be a good match as well. So I'm excited. Our maps are going to be Snakewater, followed by Sunshine, followed by Badlands.
So we are in this new brave best of 3 open world. Back when I played in open, we didn't get this treatment. You just had your one match until finals. And you had to make do with what you had, but it's cool that they get a longer set now.
Yeah, I think it's better that they get best of 3, because I mean, we get an invite, and as well, it's just better to determine skilled. Less likely for an upset on a silly map to just throw it all away, especially because you don't get to pick the maps in ESEA. We talk about how it's been 25 seasons and we still can't pick our maps in ESEA playoffs.
Hey, we used to.
Really?
Yeah, there was a time when maps were selected.
Jesus.
Mainly at LAN was when they would do it. They'd have a little pot and you could do a pick ban on maps. But I think they stopped doing that in Season 10 or 11. And it's because we had to watch Warmfront over and over and over again as basically every map. Because everybody was picking it to get away from maps that they felt the other team was better on. For example, Badlands. Say like the team that you're going to play is really good at Snakewater and Badlands. So you would just ban both of those and end up with only Warmfront remaining. And I think every best of 3 series had a Warmfront game in it because of that. And then they kind of stopped doing it because it resulted in the same map being played way too many times.
Yeah, I could see that, I suppose. I still wish we could pick them, though. That seems like a better system to me, just so we don't get like playoff deciders on bad maps that people don't generally like, such as Metalworks, or even Warmfront, you said?
Oh, yeah.
That's a strange map. I mean, I know it was played earlier, but I can see why you wouldn't want that in every single playoff game. I feel like the system, or the community's changed now. Maybe that wouldn't quite happen as much. I don't know, though.
Ah! No, we'd be right, but you would see Sunshine and Metalworks in every best of 3. Almost certainly, because the team that felt like it was going to lose on the mainstay maps would try to throw in one of those less played, less well-known maps. But some interesting things about these two teams, they have played each other before. They turned in, a solid, good game. A lot of these players have either played with each other or against each other at various points over the last 2, 3, 4 years. Playground Tactics used to be the name for a group that was mainly a group of friends out of Northern California, or NorCal. And I think Rikachu is really the only one left of that original sort of cabal. They used to play on a server called Dat Leche. And their tag was Milk originally, way back in the day. So a lot of these players have been around for quite some time. And if you look at the Sparkle Gang's roster on ESEA, it basically reads as like an all-star list of everyone who I've known over the last several years.
So this is the Marxist team that I'm hearing. You're going to be very biased in this cast, I'm expecting then.
Oh, no. I don't. I have friends on both teams because I played with Rikachu was my demo man in Maine, and Stochastic I played in IM with a few once or twice. I can't really remember. And and he was a scout then, so I guess he's just taking up medic maybe to take it easy on his DM lording. But I think Rikachu, we'll probably see good old Rikachu doing his thing tonight. Hopefully.
Yeah, Rikachu's a name I recognize, but maybe don't know or understand the full history. Who is he? I mean, just based on what you know of the players, would you say one of these is the best player in the server? Can you give a title to a person like that?
Well, most of these guys are playing on different classes than what I would know them on.
Okay.
And so I like, for example, Rikachu pretty much played demo forever, and I don't really know how his scout is by comparison. Or Split. I've Split played medic, Split played demo. And now he's on Scout. I'm pretty sure Split played Soldier for several seasons as well. So I think he's played pretty much every class there is.
Well, I mean, it could be good to be versatile. I mean, especially in Invite, you see a player, just because they main Scout or Soldier, or Demo, or Medic, doesn't mean they can't play other classes. I mean, especially when you're pugging and stuff, it can get boring. Often people will play different classes just to shake things up, and they get rather good at those classes. So we might even see some of these teams switching up their positions. You know, if somebody is originally rostered to be on Scout or Soldier, but they're not feeling it, they can switch it up. So that kind of flexibility can always be nice in a team.
Yeah, and I think part of it is both of these teams would have almost assuredly been IM teams had that division not been abolished. And so perhaps they have done some class switcheroo just to kind of take it a little easier on some of the open teams they're going to play with, and learn new classes in match setting, which can be a helpful exercise. I mean, if you've only ever played one class in the higher pressure situations that come up in matches, you're going to be a less well-rounded player in the end, because you'll understand what that scout is trying to do to you or going to try to do to you soon in a way that you wouldn't if you hadn't been that scout before.
Right, and this is actually a quite important match compared to a lot of the games going on in playoffs, because if you win this, I believe you're guaranteed a part of that prize pool, and if you lose it, you're guaranteed to not get any prize money. So I'm going to look up, if I can find it, if it's even been announced yet, what the prizes are, but yeah, that should be exciting to see. Here it is. Let me scroll all the way down to TF2 on the ESEA page. Fourth place in Open is a solid $225, so that is the minimum amount of money a team can win if they win this match. Of course, they can go even farther, get third, second, or even first. So a nice chunk of change there.
Yeah, winning Open tends to net a team $600, which is $100 per person. That part was when D Heroes got it. Hurricane Sandy had just occurred, and poor Pharaoh had to spend all of his ESEA winnings on fixing his roof.
Oh. Well, hopefully no hurricanes ruin prize money for either of these teams. But we are going live. It is ESEA Open Round 2. The Sparkle Gang taking on Playground Tactics. Our first map in this is going to be Snakewater. We'll see them rolling out here. There are some aliases, I believe. Momocat is Maelstrom, The Room, Medic is Turkey Lips, and Lily is Spamfest. So, I think that's everybody. Oh, I missed the Indian Spice guy. That's Use. So, here we go. Use actually getting here quite a bit faster than Ether so far on this mid. Here's a quick bomb from the Soldier, actually right into the enemy combo. He's going to be jumping in behind, though, getting out alive. We'll see here another bomb in by Mirror Man. Sends Maelstrom across the other enemy side. Spamfest as well is trying to get in behind, and I think Momocat's going to be caught in, does go down the first frag down to June, and we see Turkey Lips is a little bit caught out, does have a Soldier right behind her. She's going to be chased back, finds a Soldier, but there's still a Scout. Nice shot by the Soldier, now still pushing forward though. Morska, can he defend the Medic here? There is no. Maelstrom's going to come in, try to continue to fight this Scout, but Split got the frag he was looking for.
Yes, indeed. Well, that was an interesting strat from Playground Tactics, where they ended up with both soldiers basically bombing Saw Room there, and the majority of the Sparkle Gang just ignored them back there, and then they came back out and killed everybody. So the running forward to players behind you tactic can work really well, but you have to move. You have to get the frags quickly, or the guys that are behind you will eventually sandwich you and end your life. So we're at this situation now where Stochastic actually has a pretty sizable Uber advantage. They're building in the typical way, it looks like, but I don't know if they'll try to go on this, being as they're at the disadvantage, holding second, but I guess we'll find out. What kind of a team is Sparkle?
Yeah, it's about 30%, so it is really one of those, if you're confident enough you can go, but they're at 100 and they're not moving, and if they were going to go, they really should have gone fast. So I'm going to say it's safe to say they're not pushing on off an Uber ad. They're going to continue sitting here on second. It is 100% now from both medics, as they're going to be trying to spam in at each other. I guess it's all eyes going towards the Recess team, as Playground Tactics will look to push in. It's going to be Maelstrom bombing in on the enemy team, gets shut down by Spamfest there, so no frag for him.
Yeah, we'll see if there's going to be any kind of a response. Both scouts, one is actually, that's split all the way into the kitchen, comes out on the point, may get a frag here. No, Split's going to go down, but they'll essentially have just traded out there. We'll see if any movement occurs because of that. It looks like the Playground Tactics want to go off of that, unfortunately. Soldier gets thrown back there really hard, and I think that's going to abort this push.
Wow, look how much damage Stochastic's taken. He's going to get the pack, but just from some nice spam that when they got aggressive, that was almost something that could have gone off if they had a soldier in position to bomb, but not quite, it seems. He's going to be back up to full health now, and we're going to look for some more trades. First round didn't result in any sort of Ubers being exchanged. We do see a soldier being destroyed up in the air. Great shot by June, taking down Maelstrom. And again, we'll see what the counter sack in. Last time it was to run a scout in, and this time it's going to be June, but again gets juggled up, and this time we are going to see Maelstrom take him down.
Yep, and they can do this all day, really. They've got 7.5 minutes to figure this out, and we'll see what's going to happen. Sometimes teams can get kind of creative here. It looks like Playground Tactics are pretty much just sticking with a standard lineup for right now. They haven't pulled out a sniper or a spy or anything too wacky yet. And it doesn't look like they're fixing to do the Euro Uber either.
No, there was a spy very quickly on the side of Sparkle Gang, but they've decided against it. I think he was just checking classes to see if there was going to be a sniper spy up, but standard off classes, here we see Maelstrom bombing in for the third time, shut down again by Spamfest, similar to the first time he bombed in, and it might be Mirrorman who's going. It is going to be him. He's now right on the enemy scouts, but he still gets shut down. Rikachu gets the frag this time. A lot of soldier deaths so far in this match.
Yeah, it's not going to look good on that stat line for the Roamers. They're trying to go in again. They did this last time, and they're going to actually pop the Uber now. The Stochastic popped off the other Uber as well, because Ether got really low. We'll see. This is going to end up being a fight that's a lot about positioning now. And Morska's going to die, Ether's going to get that frag, and Split is going to die as well. And more death coming down as the bomb comes, and Rikachu is going to pick up that frag. And they're getting the worst end of this on Sparkle Gang right now. But Mirror Man is going to try to flip that table, but it's not going to happen. Stochastic goes down in the fighting as well. So Turkey Lips is still alive. That gives Playground Tactics a huge advantage.
The respawning roamers were actually really big in that fight, and I think just because Maelstrom actually was at the fight before the enemy team's roamer got in, Mirror Man, he was able to do a little bit more work, and he had some good positioning because he was late into the fight. So they're going to get second one off of that, and huge Uber advantage because they managed to keep their medic alive. Marxist, I think they'll be going in through under as they're leading in through onto Rikachu, and Morska's there as well. Milking it for a long time before they have to pop. They do get in fairly deep. We'll see they're chasing them now into the left side, pushing them all back into spawn, but they don't got any kills just yet. They still haven't gotten any kills. There's a Stencer gun that hasn't been taken out yet. This is a disastrous Uber charge now. It has been out. Finally, they get the gun, but they're going to lose Morska for it. We see the Dellman's getting caught out. He does hit a nice sticky, so he's going to be able to escape with his life, but not a successful push for them.
And this is actually a really awkward situation for the Sparkle Gang, because they do have enough Uber, but being a player down, Snakewater can be kind of tricky, and you can end up with a player that gets in behind you. Now, they are going to get another frag, so they're popping the Uber out of here, and they're also going to get Indian Spice Guy aka use, and that should be enough. There is an attempted back cap, but it gets cleaned up, and that should be Sparkle Gang retaking their second.
They're going to get that second, but it is still very large Uber advantage for Turkey Lips. It looks like they want to keep pushing on the aggressive. They're going to have to fight an Uber if they want to. Turkey Lips just getting now almost too late. But she's going to be fine now, leading with Rikachu. They're pushing aggressively. There is still a soldier, but he's going to jump back. And they didn't get anything with that Uber charge. Great retreat on the side of Sparkle Gang, and they're going to pick up Rikachu as well, who is too overextended. And there goes another one. Alder ends up falling. So 2 frags off of that late Uber aggression, and now they have Uber out as well. Great position from Sparkle Gang.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite types of play in this whole game, is rather than just sitting there knowing that they're at huge Uber disadvantage, they saw that the other team had too many players down to push right away with their Uber. So you just sack in, essentially, and try to force that enemy Uber and then run away from it. And in the end, you end up with Uber advantage, which they've deployed now. And Indian Spice Guy is going to go down again, which is a big pick. That's the demo, so you're without that spam now. And we may see a replay where they're going to try to work in here and get rid of Turkey Lips.
Yeah, it's been a long time since either medic have died. They've been at this kind of awkward Uber situation for a long time. They're going to pop it up once again, pushing forward now, trying to get off the last. They got to look out for some back caps. There is June going for it now, but they're going to look to get some ground off second. June's going to retreat back onto his own seconds. Ether's going to end up getting a frag onto Morska, but otherwise it seems like once again that was an unsuccessful Uber on the side of Playground Tactics.
Yeah, that's kind of a demoralizing affair there for Playground Tactics, because they popped off that Uber and it ended up, all they got out of it was losing a player, and you don't want that. Now they do have a heavy out here. I enjoy that, and we'll see, but Stochastic's got full Uber, so it's just a matter of when. There it is, it's coming in now. Will they get onto the heavy? There is a very hurt soldier over here as well, gonna take the small build. And so far they're just trading out even 1 for 1. And tons of time on the point though. Both players dead, even though they can't get him off the point. And they're just gonna grab that one as a couple blue players just stand there and watch.
Yeah, it was an even 4v4, and I thought just based on the health they were even winning that one. But shame they played the point a little bit better, and that's gonna let the Sparkle Gang go up 1-0 to lead in this first map. We'll see Ether. Oh, he was standing still for a little bit, but I think he's fine. He's going to get here a little bit late compared to the enemy Doman. Once again, Morska's going to be going in behind again, so watch out for him in the future. June was trying to get bombed, but did get a little too aggressive, and I think he's going to be the first one going down. Does die to Morska in the end. Maelstrom as well fell to Spamfest, so now we see he's going to end up falling to it again. Rikachu is the only player left alive on his team. That was a great bombing by Mirror Man. Got 3 players, Marxist. That was incredible. Rikachu couldn't do anything. No,
that's a tough situation for Rikachu there. But yeah, that mid was a disaster for Playground Tactics, and that's not the kind of round that you want after just having lost on a very frustrating loss on last, where you basically just gave it up. So we'll see what's going to happen here, because this is, you know, when they talk about momentum, Cornpop, this is one of those situations, because if they just roll in here and take this one, the assault level on Playground Tactics may rise.
Absolutely. I mean, at the very least, if they get rolled twice, they will have that halftime to maybe turn things around, and that's a good start. Picking up a player right before the push comes in. Nice snipe by Rikachu. They're going to lose their gun, but that's not the end of the world, and they're all forced to retreat. Look at this. The Sparkle Gang cannot continue this push, being down a player so incredibly early. There is still a scout in on the right-hand side, but does get shot down by Rikachu once again. That was split going down, and I think with those 2 players dying in that, one's off the respawn, but this might be a push out from the defending team. They have Uber as well, so it's just a question if they're going to wait or not.
Yep, and they're going to pick up another break here on June. And we'll see if another soldier can escape Rikachu. Yeah, it looks like they will. But they get a kill, push out. The Uber was not forced. I'm surprised they're not hurrying more to get this Uber off. But that headshot, they needed it so bad. And they need this to work out too, because this could flip this whole round.
Yeah, already 75% from Stochastic, and they're going to pop it off, charging forward. They got one frag, but lost one in return. They're going to get another one there on a Mirror Man. Nice job by Morska, still pushing in. They didn't manage to get that medic pick, and now Stochastic is going to have Ubercharge to push back in, but they're down 2 players, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the reaction is from Playground Tactics.
Yeah, there's still 2 players down out here, so Playground Tactics opting not to do a Sparkle Gang and go force this, so they're going to try and just evade from now on. So we'll see, it's all a matter of when he goes, whoa, very low, gets Stochastic, but he's going to pop it off and not die. We'll see if anyone goes down to this Uber. Rikachu will, so Split takes him out, and really that's an acceptable loss there. 1 player, but you popped the Uber, that's okay.
Yeah, not great on the other side, though. Sparkle Gang, they were looking for a little bit more. But they're still poking into second, and they might do the same thing they did last time, as you were just talking about. Go in, force that Ubercharge, then try to get out. But Turkey Lips is playing very far back. He's taking a little bit of Soldier Spam, down to about half HP. We'll see, she's at 95% right now, and there's a bit of an un-Uber fight. And actually, Rikichu's going to get taken down by Spamfast. The Miss of the Demo Man are going to actually pipe each other, end up trading. And here comes the Ubercharge finally out of Playground Tactics. But I think it's a little too late. They are going to get Mirror Man, and they're all fighting on the point at this point. They got to scatter to get these players that are going all the way behind them. June managed to do it and get out, but look out for Spamfest because he's been going for that back cap. There is still Split and Stochastic on middle as well if they're going to try to fight this. Spamfest took a little bit of damage, but they are going to pop it off on a middle here. And there's fighting all over the place. They're just going to block that middle point, and the second's going to get capped. He's not going to be able to get last. But Turkey Lips might end up dying. Turkey Lips, can you get this frag? No, does get pistoled down by Spamfest in the end. There goes Morscat. Wow, a lot of frags.
Yeah, that block. But this is going to be a big defense here for Playground Tactics. They must hold them off here. They have virtually nothing left. It's Split and Ether basically trying to take this round. And no, it's Rikachu's going to get the kill, and he's going to secure another onto Ether, and that will throw back Sparkle Gang again. So that, again, Playground Tactics was looking pretty bad shape there, and Rikachu had the pivotal frags again. Whoa, they're building on the point as scouts just rush up on him. Almost do quite a bit of damage to Turkey Lips there, and we're going to have another fight in the yard, Cornpop.
These teams don't stop fighting, it seems. They're pushing forward with their scouts. Alder's getting pretty aggressive, but has to back off. Gets a little low. Maelstrom was up in the air for a little while, but again, finally the first frag going to go down. Rikachu onto Spamfest. June as well fighting in this area, but he's going to have to back off out of Saw and back onto that middle point. So this is still aggression. They have that 1 frag advantage, and they just want to go with it. Turkey Lips took a little bit too much, but Stochastic is forced to pop off that Uber charge, but they got the drop. Doesn't matter, Marxist. Only 3 alive now at this point, and this is really, really good for Sparkle Gang. Oh, this isn't good for the momentum of Playground at all. Although there's a scout in. No, I guess not frag.
Yeah, he did. That was the pivotal kill there again. So, Playground Tactics, every time you think they're about to just lose it, they do something big and come back around. But their head's under threat again, and Turkey Lips gonna have to run back in and get the kit. But we'll see. They're trying to get out here. Scout 1v1 and lower. Well, they're gonna pursue. Rikachu checks it out. He's gonna think better of it and run away. So I think we're gonna see a setup here at last. Turkey Lips does have Uber. No, they're pushing out. They are coming onto the point now. We'll see another fight here.
Maelstrom bombing, super aggressive but very low HP. Rikachu looking to follow up, but decides better of it. Could he go back in now? That's the question. June trying to bomb forward as well. Split spamming some pistol shots. Does have to get forced out. A little too low on HP. Rikachu pushing it on June, but June not quite going to go down. Rikachu forced to back off, and that second point is going to get capped off. I can't even remember a time when these two teams had even Uber charges, Marxist. It's been so long. Turkey Lips is 100%, and it's 70 from Stochastic. They should be pushing again.
Yeah, it would have been even Ubers if they just waited a little longer to do that last push. But in they go now. We'll see what they're going to do if they turn this into an honest Uber. Yeah, there it goes. So they're going to pop it off. But Stochastic has already lost 2 players, and they are sort of waiting to tease this Uber out. Playground Tactics is scared of the invincible players, and it looks like they're just going to hightail it out of there. There is a player behind, but he's going to get wiped out by Ether. And now they're coming in and have their spawns. So kind of a misplay there from Playground Tactics, I'd say.
Yeah, they tried to send somebody back to force Stochastic, but some great positioning on the middle point and nice pace from Ether means it's once again not even Uber charges. It was for a second. They both had 100 for a little bit, but obviously Turkey Lips Pop and Stochastic did not. So they're going to be able to use this as they push into the last. But again, they're going to drop a player, and the rest of them get so low before they pop this off. I think they try to milk it a little bit too long. Marxist. Stochastic, is he even going to be able to get out? He's getting bounced around. He's back behind his teammates, but does still end up going down to Maelstrom, who gets that frag, and 2 more go down on the side of the Sparkle Gang. So we're just going back and forth, still a 1-0 match, and in yard, June's getting pushed in. Rikachu's now trying to pressure him. Wow, a lot of back and forth. Still, though, we're at a 1-0 game.
Yeah, and this time the Uber advantage is solidly for Playground Tactics, so they get to decide however they want to push mid and go with it. They're going to lead Rikachu in up here. A dangerous push for the med because it's a lot of blind corners. But Rikachu gets them through just fine. They're chasing this soldier frag, but they're not going to... Well, there they go. Rikachu is eventually going to find the mark, and he's still on the march. Coming here forward, I think that's Maelstrom. No, Morska jumped in on the point for just a second. Other soldiers on the clear other side of the map, trolling in the side of Sarun. Split is going to go down there, and that's going to be 3 lost players for Sparkle Gang, and I'd say that's good enough. They're going to take second.
We've talked a bit about momentum, and this is exactly what the Recess boys need. I mean, they're now pushing the enemy teams last. They don't have that Uber charge, so it is going to slow down unless they just want to go with it. I mean, they are kind of poking, but logic says they shouldn't. Here comes Maelstrom and does force that Uber out of Stochastic. Great job there. Now, this is their opportunity, but Turkey Lips is so cut out. Why is she down there? Goes down to the Mirror Man. And now players are all over the place. Marcus, I don't even know what's going on. There's people all over the place dying, and I think it's a lot of blue players on last. Can they actually get onto that point, though, and cap it off, though? That's the question. There's 2 scouts, and somehow they managed to get it anyways. It's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, it was the old bait the medic play.
I guess so.
Is what happened there. But, yeah, Turkey Lips just ran down into an enemy Uber, and then the whole team went to last, and that was the round.
Well, that's how it goes, I guess. You're a little bit faster than Ether again. Took a bit of a different route. I think he's a bit faster overall. Maelstrom's going to be going in behind. He's seen him do this again. Or is he? He's just in kitchen at the moment. Here comes the bomb from Morska, though, trying to find that medic, but actually manages to go down. So gets some frags, though, with it. And still alive, still jumping around. It seems Split took him down there, and this is going to be a mid-win again for the Recess boys. They are only 2 alive, including Stochastic, so that Uber charge is going to be there to defend last, but last is all they're going to be able to hold on to, as they're already on second point here.
Yeah, and I should point out there are only 10 minutes remaining, so it is going to be even Uber for last here. So if you're Playground Tactics, you essentially the round timer is the timer for this half, and so we may see a bit of a slowdown here, or at least I would encourage a slowdown, because you don't want to lose this position and have to have another mid. Whoa, they're on the point, and they do get a little bit of pressure onto it. That was one way to sack, and we're going to see Mirror Man come out here and get air shot and kill the man! No! That was great! The air shot may have held him in place long enough to get that shot off. And we'll see if the back cap occurs because the Uber is out, Cornpop.
Amazing, they're all over the place, but Maelstrom is going to last. He's going to be the one to watch. If he manages to back cap it, there's nobody here, and he's going to be able to race the point. Why did nobody stay last? That's going to be 2-1 for Playground Tactics. It doesn't matter if you drop the medic, because there's a soldier on the point.
Playground Tactics just won the 2nd round in a row by baiting the medic.
This is the strat. You just have to sack in Turkey Lips, and I suppose you're going to be able to beat the Sparkle Gang. But exactly 10 minutes as we start this round, so we're going to be fighting over this midpoint. And once again, as usual, it seems Playground Tactics are a little more aggressive, but look at this aggression now. But watch out for Morska right in behind. They're doing a lot of damage. Again, Turkey Lips dies, but this has usually been a good thing for their team. Morska's jumping around. The only players alive are in the enemy team. Saw are jumping around there. Spamfest is trying to get out. Mirror Man as well. Pressuring onto Alder, trying to get that 1 scout frag, but can't quite do it. Goes down 3v1. Double rockets take down Spamfest.
Yeah, that's a harsh mid there for the Sparkle Gang. The They tried to go really aggressively. Stochastic was clear into Recess's side of mid when he died. But it just came out better for Recess there. When a team moves into you like that, you can envelop them where you have players all around them, and that's exactly what happened. So when you go super aggro, that's something you got to look out for, is if there aren't 6 players in front of you, you need to be ready to turn around. And that's pretty hard to navigate for a lot of teams.
Stochastic seems to have some sort of an overcharge advantage built up here. It's about 25%. We'll see if that happens, but they're going to get a demo man pick, and that's going to be the main factor of them pushing if they choose to do so. Only 90% from Turkey Lips, but we see it is going to be a split overcharge, assuming Stochastic wants to pop this. Only person there to pop on. But a little hesitant, waiting for their team to get into this middle point, but they've got 2 frags, so they're not even going to have to pop it. Turkey Lips does get forced off. Now they're pushing forward. Stochastic pops as well. It's a big uber fight going on point. Maelstrom going to get taken down by Spamfest, and there's a couple blue players running around. Rikachu specifically is up top, and he's just trying to run behind. I think more or less the Sparkle Gang are okay with that. They're just looking into second at the moment. There's a couple players to watch for that Rikachu threat, but now here they come with the aggression, pushing back forward. They got Mirror Man pretty low. It's a 5-on-5 at the moment. I think we might see things slow down here as they've taken the middle point.
Yes, indeed. And the Ubers have kind of evened out. Turkey Lips is behind by about 20%, but that's not really going to factor into it. And the Sparkle Gang doesn't look like they're going to push. Also, they have a Spy now coming out in June. So they go down a soldier, 2 scouts still yet, but they have gone for the soldier. He is currently disguised as a friendly scout. I like that play. Don't make him think anything is out of the ordinary. And now it's just all about sneaking in here playing Secret Agent Man.
Yeah, we'll see what June can do. Gonna be sneaking under. I kind of like Spy on this point. It's one of the more common points I see Spy on, but we'll see. They don't seem to be turning around, so they don't expect it at all. And the way he's coming up, he could be behind Turkey Lips. I haven't seen Turkey Lips turn around once since he's gotten on Spy. A couple of the other players have. Oh, bad timing. Morska finds him easily. And yeah, now they're going to be able to aggress once again. We'll see what the counter is from Playground Tactics. They might just Uber, and we've seen them do that before, but I think it's more likely Maelstrom's going to be sacking. Nope, deciding against it.
Yeah, Maelstrom got way too messed up there, trying to come out of the kitchen and just thought better of throwing his life away. So we're back here. We're not going to go back to the Spy play, but June does break out the black box. So taking it back to circa 2013 Mela play.
Yeah, I suppose so. Interesting. He also got one of those backpacks. I believe that's the battalion's backup. I'm going to go with that. A little more common to see backpacks in European play, but certainly I suppose we can see it at least in the lower levels of NA as well. We'll see. I guess his main goal should be to just build up this conch, and then I guess they're going to try to push with it. Morska's going to make that difficult, though, pushing him back. There's a scout behind, too.
Yeah, that is the battalion's backup. And there is a scout in their kitchen. It is a Momo Cat on your screen. But no, Turkey Lips drops Uber again. And now, normally I would say, oh no. But Playground Tactics usually wins these.
And they've got a scout backcapping right now. He's got to take down 2 players who are coming back to block him. I don't know if Aller's going to be able to win this fight. June decides he's just going to back off and go back to second immediately. Yeah, this time I'm not sure dropping their medic worked for them. Rikachu's extremely low on last point, but back with this team. Is that scout still in behind? He is. But I don't think it matters. They almost want to keep playing. They essentially have a 2-pick advantage. Or no, he's back, I guess. They took him out, the player behind. So now it's only 1-pick advantage. They have bit over dad, but I don't think they'll push off it.
Yeah, it's looking a little rough, but we'll see. Now, to keep in mind that I don't think that battalion's was popped off there, and it should be pretty well built, because the current battalion's backup is it gives you a little bit of that health boost. That's why June's got 220 health, and also you get the charge out of it, which gives you like a defensive boost. So we'll see what we've got going.
Yeah, all I know is it's the defense backpack, but they're going to be pushing into the left-hand side, just going with the Uber charge. I think they're banking on that backpack advantage, I suppose. Spamfest got a little bit of time on point, but it's going to be backing off, and they've lost 2 players in the end of this Uber. Make that 3 great stickies on the side of use. They lost their backpack soldier as well, so that didn't quite work out for the Marxists. I think they were hoping for that post-Uber fight.
Yeah, that's usually what people do with those backpack weapons, at least in NA, where you'll kind of do an Uber exchange and then you try to do a re-push with the benefit of the banner. And I personally prefer buff banner for that kind of situation because you can run a heavy, and then you just have a mini crits heavy come in and laser beam everybody, and then you chuckle to yourself about how easy it was to win.
And June's back on the Cow Mangler now, though, so we aren't going to see any more black box or backpacks. But already, they're just going to pop their Ubercharge forward, and they're going to get the Dome Man extremely early. There's still Alder the Scout on point, but doesn't even matter. He's going to end up going down, so they've just forced their way into 2 picks. I don't think they had Uber advantage there, or at least they shouldn't have, unless it was like a built advantage or something. But now they can already, well, they can't really push in the last with an Ubercharge, but they can try to force this, and Turkey Lips is going to have to pop that one off. Soldier's not going to be able to get out there. Mirror Man does die for that, but I think they still want to go in. It wasn't a good Uber charge at all. They're getting some time on the point. They have some scouts over there, but Split took a lot of damage, does get healed up. Abomin in June finds a scout frag, finds the medic frag, and now Maelstrom on the point can't block it for long enough. That's going to be them taking it 2-2. We got a good game here, Marxist.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely tied up here, and we're pretty tight on time. It should tell me soon where we're at. Yeah, 2:40. So
is that possible?
This is going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, it's possible to cap out. The thing is that you're going to have to watch for here is, do we play aggressive and try to win it, or do we play super passive and just time the round out regardless?
Well, Morska's playing aggressive already on the other team, but gonna jump back to his own. Maelstrom now gonna be trading that position out. Does just go down to Spamfest, so his aggressive play hasn't worked great for him so far. Rikachu took a lot of damage, but they're gonna get June with their Demo Man. They have Alder in as well, so we'll see now. They're gonna continue going back and forth. I think they're going back for good though, except for Rikachu. Still pushing across this middle point. Could get Mirror Man, but Mirror Man eats an arrow and he's gonna be A-okay, destroyed. There goes Rikachu, and are they still fighting this Marxist? I don't think they are.
No, they're done now. And that highlights one of the reasons why I don't like arrows. But that's beside the point. So I think we'll see Playground Tactics. They did escape with Turkey Lips there, and we'll see if they're just going to hold second. I'm pretty sure that'll be the routine. Now, Turkey Lips has had some trouble popping Uber, so we'll see what happens. The Uber has come in. Turkey Lips pops straight away. He doesn't want to get more rattled. And gets kind of bounced forward there. Morska is going to go down. And we'll see what's... The demo's taking a ton of damage in there, but no, it's not going to happen. They wrap around the left side, but Rikachu with another sniper kill. And that's gonna, and leads into the frag of June as well. But the point is still being capped.
Oh, Turkey Lip, she's so low. Is she going to go down? She's in a really bad position, but her team's getting the frags, including Rikachu with a nice snipe on a Ether, and they're going to be able to kill all the players that were pressuring her. She's going to be okay. She has some great dodges in the middle of that, too, so credit where credit is due. I mean, we've talked some bad stuff about Turkey Lip so far this game, but, you know, that was good by her and good by her team to be able to clean up those players. They're going to get the second point right off of that.
Yeah, and I think Rikachu is on a 4K right now. Possibly 3, I may have miscounted. But, well, unfortunately, the sniper frags do not continue here. And his whole team dies. Never mind, Rikachu gets another one. So that may help slow this process down. There is a Mirror Man in behind this sniper medic combo, though. And this could result in a pretty depressing scenario. There we go, the Ubered sniper. Can he get shots or anything done?
One shot. You have to hit one shot onto the Spamfest. Finally, the medic cleans it up. But now they got to take down a Demo Man. Very low on Ether, but time's going to expire, and we're going to end this half with a 2-2 scoreline.
Well, that was a good little romp through Snake Water, so
yeah.
We hopefully will get ready here shortly. If you want to look at stats, I'll keep an eye on our game.
Sure thing. I'll check out these stats as ESEA is checking my browser to make sure I'm not cheating. So I guess looking at these frags, I think top fragging was 29 on Rikachu. I can see that he was playing really well. Top damage was 317 stealing it from Rikachu with Morska. Well, 318 if you round up. 316 on Rikachu. So couldn't quite grab that top damage despite getting that top frags in return. 2 overcharge drops, as we know, from Turkey Lips.
All right. Well, there we go. We'll see what's going on so far. As I've noticed in this game, Sparkle Gang is ready to make some pretty cheeky plays with their force forwards. They're a little bit more aggressive as a team. Playground Tactics tends to like to slow the game down in some cases, and they also know when to go for the back cap. Whenever a disaster occurs, you're just as screwed whether you run away or go for the back cap typically. As long as you all do the same thing, it'll work out okay. So Playground Tactics is pretty good at that. And so far the mids tend to favor Playground Tactics as well, usually. We've had a couple go, this way and that, but yeah, I like what they're doing a lot more of the time. Even if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when these teams first met in the season, it was a 4-2 on Viaduct for the Sparkle Gang. So I think kind of the expectation is that the Sparkle Gang is a better team. I haven't seen the scrims and stuff, and obviously one match, especially on Viaduct, you can't really tell the whole story, but it wouldn't surprise me if maybe the Playground Tactics guys are a little intimidated. That kind of seems to me how they're playing. They're giving a lot of respect to the enemy team. They're not pushing off of like 30% Uber charges advantages, which might just be they're not counting it perfect, but it also might just mean they're not super confident, which is fine. They've tied the game. They're not losing, but that could explain a little bit of their playstyle so far.
Now, we do also have a Marxist rule in play, which is that if we have a slow first half, which this one, I wouldn't say it was slow, but we went to 30-minute time, the following half will go very quickly. So we'll see. Now, and this comes in especially in these three game sets, where some of these players may not be used to playing TF2 for extended periods of time at the level required to win. And you'll see it sometimes where people will just have a breakdown. And usually that's what happens with these 30-minute halves, where you go the full 30 minutes. Somebody is going to be mentally or physically exhausted. Maybe their chair isn't that comfortable. And then they just don't perform as you would expect, and their team ends up getting wiped out. So we shall see who will be victimized by fatigue.
Yeah, and especially in a night like tonight where it's a best of 3 maps, if you're feeling the fatigue at the second half of the first map, that's trouble because you got at least one more map, assuming you win fatigues, that you got to play through. So not ideal to be getting fatigued this far early. Obviously, it has been 30 minutes. That is quite a bit of time, and we do see teams slip after 30 minutes. As you said, the Marxist rule is remarkably accurate. When it's a very slow first half, we do often see rolls. Which team would you favor to see roll in this one? Because as you've kind of been saying, the aggressive team has been Sparkle Gang, and I feel like in these situations, when it's gonna be a roll for one team, it's usually the more passive team that isn't really into rolling the other guys. But what do you think?
Yeah, if Sparkle Gang are talking right now about what's going on at their mids and how they could win them more often, that could really flip this game. And that's the sort of thing that usually happens. Playground Tactics, too, may be having a discussion. I think the biggest thing for me, if I were on Playground Tactics, would be to try to calm down Turkey Lips. Because you can be as stony as you want, but if you dropped Uber twice, like Turkey Lips did, in those sorts of scenarios, you'll get put on edge for the rest of the night, and you don't want that to happen. You need her to feel confident.
Yeah, Medic's probably one of the biggest mental classes where being in the right state of mind is one of the most important parts, because with other players, I mean, if your scout stops fragging as hard, it sucks, but it's not like game breaking. But if your medic stops playing at the top of his or her game, that can be the disaster zone if they're just not thinking straight, not counting their Ubers right, not popping when they need to be. I mean, your whole game can be thrown off, and even if 5 of your players are playing exceptionally, if you don't have a medic half the game, it's going to be weighing you down pretty hard.
Yeah, medic tends to be an important class, and you want your medic to at least have some level of self-esteem by the end of the match. And especially when you have to play another one after. So I would just try and get her calmed down, or work out what went wrong with our sort of all-around coverage to allow those jumpers to get in like that, and maybe that would cool tensions. But over on Sparkle Gang, they pretty much just work out a mid that they feel would work more consistently, so that they're not getting flanked quite so much by Morska and Maelstrom and wiped out, and then they'll be fine.
Yeah, and if it's any boost to their ego, Playground Tactics are rolling in the halftime right now.
Yeah, they need it. So I don't know. Sometimes those what I would usually do would just jump around the last and try to see, you know, if I could repeat the same jump. But that was me. We are starting this second half. So we'll see, will it be a fast half, and which team will it be that gets the Rolios?
This mid is an important one to watch if you're trying to make that prediction. And it looks like Use is a little bit faster than Ether, but of course taking different routes, so we'll see. Ether taking a little bit more early damage as well. It doesn't look like either team's getting super aggressive super early, but there's still time to go for an all-in 6-man sack. Split kind of jumping up onto the top part of the point, but no, very passive mid so far from both teams. Morska and Alder are now the ones getting aggressive on the side of Playground Tactics. We'll see if there's any bombs in it all. Finally, June's going to be going in and get some damage down on a Rikachu, but otherwise it's just going to get taken down in return by the scout player who's focusing. There goes Split, though, finishing off onto that damage, and now we see Turkey Lips is a little bit low. They are having to back off on this one, and this could be the ball rolling for the Sparkle Gang. Look, they still have Spamfest chasing in. No, he's going to get taken down at the end, but good effort.
Yep, usually whichever team loses the first player on a double passive mid like that is going to be the loser, but immediately after sacking a player, so much of Playground Tactics went in for that, and were staring at the sacking player. They were able to get the whole rest of their team in position and wipe them out. So, or push them out anyways. And now we're going to see back to a very familiar place, the mid to second stalemate, so we'll see what they're going to try to do. They should be pretty well practiced at this by now.
Yeah, one thing I will say though is usually we aren't here for too long. Generally they get the ball rolling, and it's going to be June right onto Turkey Lips. Oh, misses that second rocket, and that's a death sentence for him. Gets taken down as Morska finds that rocket, so we'll see what the counterplay is. Alder is in position, running in through Saw, but decides to back off, doesn't like what he sees. Maelstrom is going to be the one actually bombing in right into the combo, but taken down by Mirror Man and doesn't get anything on the Stochastic.
Yeah, they needed a little more distraction there for Maelstrom, because he jumped right into the face of the scout. But now we're watching this push come in again. They use it to get Mirror Man in, so it's just a tit-for-tat kind of sacking play here. And also there are space guns on the field from Sparkle Gang. I guess that's fitting given their name.
I like that, yeah. Both those sacks in we just saw from Sparkle Gang were exactly the same. Soldier bombs in, Turkey Lips surfs it, and narrowly misses that rocket, so we'll see. There wasn't really any counter sack on the side of the Playground Tactics this time. So I guess we're just giving them another opportunity if they want to send a soldier in for the third time. That seems to be what they like to do. Even last half, they really enjoyed that soldier sack, but who knows, they could send in a scout, get up a sniper or something if they really wanted to. Demo has actually gotten pretty low just from spam, though. He's going to get healed up just fine.
Yep, well, remarkably disciplined play so far to keep this going. But here we go. Scout is going to be right there for Mirror Man, so not going to get another attempt at that. They're also front-loading, but Ether is going to die inside Saw Room, and I think that's as good as you're going to ever get for Playground Tactics. So they're leading out here now with Indian Spice Guy. There's no back cap in progress. It doesn't look like they are going to use this Uber aggressively. Is Stochastic, and Rikachu's going to end up falling, but there's still not as many players in the local area. June's going to get wiped out inside the Saw, and they're on the march here.
Yeah, they're still pushing into the middle point, but I'm not sure. They don't have great positioning right now, and Maelstrom is very hurt. They are going to be exchanging some spam, and Mirror Man gets thrown up into the air, so they've gotten a little bit more ground now. Their position's a little bit better, but they still don't have that point. They're going to trade 1-for-1. Either and Maelstrom both going to end up going down now. Morscat needs to be careful, backs off. Both teams seem like they still want to fight this, and here comes the bomb in by Mirror Man straight into the medic and the Demo Man. Great job bombing in by Mirror Man. He's gonna trade with the soldier. Morska gets that skill stick kill, and it's only one scout alive as he gets that soldier respawn. A lot of deaths in that one. I think Alder's the only survivor, though.
Yeah, and well, I was waiting to see there how this cap went down. So there are 3 Playground Tactics players over at second right now, and I was kind of curious to see what Momo Cat would do, because that presents the potential to try and sack for a med, but they chose not to. That kind of fits with their theme of being the more disciplined team here, and we'll see now what they want to do, because Stochastic has Uber. They are pushing in slowly, but there is a back cap in progress, and their Momo Cat is on it now. So they have not popped yet, though. Stochastic's flying around, getting beat up. The back cap is still in progress, and there it goes. Will the scout turn around to fight? Yes, they will take the 1v1. Now it's 2v1. No frag will go down. Probably should have just kept running.
Yeah, and that was a great bomb in by Morska to bop Stochastic all the way up into the air. Stochastic popped the Ubercharge off, but the person he was healing was too far down on the ground for him to actually get that Ubercharge onto him. Now Morska's still in onto last, trying to take down Ether, not quite. Gonna go down in the end. Maelstrom almost wanted to follow up on that damage, and he's gonna, no, he's not even gonna trade for the soldier, actually. June managed to stay alive as Mirror Man's got his back, so a lot of hectic stuff going on here as they're looking to push in the last. It's about even Uber charges once again, but they are player down, so they have to be careful here. If they can hold it, that would be ideal, but Dylan's being pressured by a couple of scouts, and he has to back off. Got split with some stickies, but otherwise, there's still a lot of aggression coming out of the defending team. We see them all over the place. They've got to be so careful on the medic, and no, looks like he is going to end up going down. A lot of players dying here. It's only June. Can he make the miracle play happen? Not on 3 full health players.
Nope, was not able to do it. So here comes a full advantage push. Split has already gone to Sniper, so it's basically all up to him. But he's going to run into spawn and switch back to Scout. So they are on the point now. What's going to happen? There's 6 all over it. The med tries to save it. The Uber is popped. No one can get there in time. And that will be around for Playground Tactics 3-2.
Despite some shaky plays, they've been doing it pretty good, and the role Marxist rule hasn't really kicked into effect yet. That was a 7-minute round, so fairly lengthy, not the longest, not the shortest. Going into this next mid-fight, though, they're still going to be exchanging stickies as they go across the point. Nobody aggressive just yet. As Morska could be getting aggressive. Very, very passive on the blue team we see right now. But that could change at any moment. They could go for the 6-man sack. Again, they're just choosing. Here we go. Finally, a greatly timed bomb by Morska. Look at that. Gets 2 frags right off the bat. And still coming in for more. Going to be focusing onto that Demo Man. Actually going into the kitchen to fight Split. Going to be able to get another frag. Get the assist onto that one. Pushing forward. Ether does frag Rikachu, but not a big deal. 2 players alive. Neither of them are the medic.
Yep, and they're going to probably have a pretty easy go a second. Never mind. There were quite a lot of spawns there. And I imagine Playground Tactics are going to come out here now that they're Sparkle Gang, rather. And I imagine they'll take this fight a little bit. No, the Uber's going to come in. They pop really early, and that's going to wipe out Mirror Man. Will there be anybody else there? There's not a lot of oomph to support this Uber, and that's it. They get a frag for all that trouble.
Yeah, interesting decision to pop. I mean, it could have been good, but there were no players to shoot down. So now they have to face an Uber charge, but they've got 2 picks at the moment, and Mirror Man's going to be spawning pretty quickly here. And they're still pressuring in into last. It's only 75, 80% from Stochastic. They're going to get that gun down. A lot of aggression, but I hope it doesn't backfire onto them. Stochastic's at 95% Ubercharge now, and this is a fight they're going to want to take. June's up in 1 second, but Maelstrom's bombing. Could be going for that force. They are going to get it. Morska as well was in there and managed to get the force off on in the medic, so this is not going to be an ideal Uber. Of course, they got those 2 sacking players, and there's still some scouts fighting in here. They're going to lose one to Rikachu, but last point, I didn't even see that. Morska was on it. Now still a scout's trying to run onto it. Alder, I think he's bit off a little more than he can chew. Gets piped down by Ether, and I think that's going to be the ends of the pushing from the Recess boys.
Yeah, and Sparkle Gang now are coming out. They did try for that sack play. Now the Uber is here, so they have to be super duper careful, because if you lose too many players in this, you're going to lose the round. Split is going to go down. That'll be the first victim. They are going to cap this off, but Stokes' Uber is not really going to come in time. They do need to hurry a little bit, though, and this is the Playground Tactics in on last. Scout is up here. The Uber is off. They are going to beeline it for Stochastic. Take him out straight away. Scout up in the air. Gonna get wiped out as he lands, and they're all dead. Cornpop. They spawn just a little bit, but that's another round for Playground Tactics. And that's going to be 4-2 here. And, you know, we talked about that salt meter, but it might be growing over there for the Sparkle Gang.
It can be so satisfying to just watch a dominating push like that. Great to see. 20 minutes remaining, so plenty of time to come to the potentially final half of this map, at least. There will be a second map at the very least after this one. It's a best of 3. Morse is going to go to the enemy team's kitchen pretty early. We'll see if he does any sort of sneaky flank plays, but it's going to be Mirror Man who's getting aggressive. Thrown up in the air is June, now lands right on the enemy team, and they're getting all the frags here on Sparkle Gang. Watch out, Stochastic's a little bit low, and the Demo Man's chasing, but Use is going to get taken down, and they're backing off to the second point. The silver lining here, of course, Turkey Lips is seemingly getting out with Alder, so they're fine.
Yep, Sparkle Gang went super aggro there on a kind of a planned push, and it turned out okay. So here we go. We'll see what's going on, because they're not going to have Uber to push through this. There's a scout already in lobby, trying to have the fight of his life with the soldier. They're not killing each other, and then Maelstrom gets wiped out by a soldier. There is a sniping Rikachu, though, and Rikachu has done quite well on Sniper so far. So that could flip the round if he hits a big shot.
Yeah, they're gonna need... Oh, there it is. A nice snipe onto the scout, and I think that might have just been a sack in so that he can change to sniper or spy or something, but either way, I mean, it throws the ball into the defending team's court, and Morska is going to take it, chooses to get behind into the enemy team's second, so he's gonna be coming right into the combo right now, and looking for that Stochastic pick, but not quite gonna get it. Stochastic very low, under 20 HP. Heals back up, though.
Yeah, that... Scary moments there for Stochastic. You know it's coming, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it. And we'll see if they're going to try to go. They do have a sniper of their own, and that would be Alder, right?
I think that's Spamfest.
Spamfest, yes, okay. I had my alias Scouts backwards. And Split's going to be the one that dies, but there's a soldier in here. He's going to get Stochastic. That's going to be the end of that. They trade out, essentially, 2 for 2, but there's not a whole lot Sparkle Gang can do now, because they got too wrapped up in that left angle there, and they got flanked by a soldier who wisely knew what to do.
And the soldier flanks might not be out yet. Morska's coming right down, falls on top of June. Now focusing down on the Ether. Ether's just barely staying alive, and Morska actually paid for that flank. Wasn't too committed onto who he wanted to attack, but now the pop's coming out of Turkey Lips. They're running forward with Rikachu, but Rikachu's a little disconnected now. He's going to find the medic once again, and they're getting a good couple of frags here. They got the sniper, they got the demo, and now we see Maelstrom from behind is going to get another frag, as they've gotten a lot so far. Can they get Stochastic, though? They're trying to chase. I don't think it's going to happen. He's healing Split, so that movement speed is going to be increased. So Stochastic's fine, but their team right now is not.
Yeah, this is not what you wanted to have happen with the Recess Gang coming back on you after already beating you twice. So you don't want that in your life, but they do have a chance to ride out here and get going. They are going with the Scout and Soldier, it looks like. Leading in with the Scout, of course, for the speed boost. And here it goes. The Uber's popped away. They do get one player. And we'll see if any more come. There is one behind. That's Morska, but he's caught out. And that'll be 2 frags. You don't want 2 frags in your life there, because this leaves them open for Sparkle Gang's patented push in and get that Uber Force method.
Yeah, nice shot on Tamir, man. He got sent back by Maelstrom, and very out of position. I think Turkey Lips is going to have to pop off. Only Rikachu around there finally does reconnect with Maelstrom as well, and they're pushing pretty aggressively. Some nice jumps from Maelstrom, but just gets him killed in the end. Got a lot of damage down, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to focus up unless, no, Alder in the back line just taken down by Spamfest. So 2 players down again. This is once they've been in this position before, Marxist. They're gonna have to back off the last.
Yeah, the reason I love that play so much, and why I always encourage my teams to do it, is because if that team who forces their Uber, they now feel desperate, right? They've got to get frags, and they will chase you into tiny doorways to fight you, and then their Uber will be gone by the time they get there, and you just win. So the Uber comes in now. They are not doing a whole heck of a lot with it, to be honest. In fact, it seems they're pretty much losing. They do finally get a frag, but they're already 3 down. And I think that's, we'll put that in the fail column.
Yeah, oftentimes, I mean, pushing your enemy team into spawn isn't the worst idea in the world, but generally then you want to get some time on a point. They just had nobody who was really going for that at all. They pushed him back in a spawn, nobody died, and then their Uber faded, and then they weren't on very good health, and they lost, so they're going to lose second point for it, and be at a pretty sizable Uber disadvantage, 60%. But once again, they're doing this thing where they get aggressive and they're going to force it off on out of Turkey Lips. And now that they're pushing forward, they do this every single time. They don't have a lot of players to kill, really, with this Uber charge. I mean, they're going to get a couple, Split and Mirror Man. But those were the players that went into sack for it. June is also very low, but I think they are going to get this middle point in the end, especially with that last frag onto the Demo Man. But Morska doesn't want to stop this aggression. Yes, he does. I'm lying. He's going to go back now. So, good Uber pop in the end, but we're back to this game where the Uber charges are never going to be equal again.
Yeah, that was kind of a strange pop out of Turkey Lips, I thought there. Maybe that's a little bit of the residue from earlier. But Rikachu is going to go down. The pop comes out of Stochastic. They are on the march big time here. Coming through mid there. Yeah, Scout's finally going to fall. Morska's going to fall. This is the time where you just hold down W. It is the demo. Can he get a play of the season? It's Indian Spice Guys No going to get taken out by the med. And eventually Turkey Lips goes down as well. So here we go. Sparkle Gang back to where they were, you know, 5, maybe 3.5 minutes ago. And we'll see what they're going to do because they are pushing in Cornpop.
Yeah, it's almost even, and they lose a player really early to the sniper. I'm hearing headshot after headshot ring out. That's instantly going to stall that push as they're being pushed all the way back onto second, despite having huge Uber advantage. I mean, they can just wait for Spamfest and push again. So it's not the end of the world for them. They didn't lose anything crazy, but look how aggressive the sniper is. Rikachu, he could actually get something big, although everybody sort of left this area, and now there's June behind him. But here he comes, still could get something crazy. He's very low HP. I don't think it's going to happen for him anymore. The Uber's coming in from underneath. They're going to be focusing some frags here. No man's being pushed. Can't quite get in the spawn just yet. Alder's up on heavy to try to defend, but now they're getting some time at a point. They got 2 scouts onto it, and the Stickies get dead, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. June thrown way up into the air. They're trying to block this point. Ether's going to be trying to get onto it, June as well, but this Heavy's just staying alive the whole time. Finally dies to Ether, but at this point, it's far too late, Marxist. All the fragging classes have died.
Yeah, so that's an example of what happens when you over-pressure the point. Like, they had great point pressure to start, and then everyone pressured it and died. And I think that's a direct... Somebody had to have said that after that last push failed, no one pressured the point, and there they way overcorrected. And so everyone just kind of ran onto the point and died one by one. And now we're watching a Playground Tactics Uber come out to retake second. Will they get any frags? Are there any backcappers? There are, in fact, backcappers. And here goes... No! It's gonna get blocked by Momo Cat. And Split is going to pick up Morska as well. So that actually we're kind of moot here with Playground Tactics having very little to defend their own last with.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna
all
get
a race for the point. Really, really disastrous there. They managed to just get out in time to defend that, and it's not the end of the world, of course. Stochastic does have 50% ad at the moment, so they're going to be wanting to go with this right away, it seems, despite not having all their players here, but Morska's right behind him and wants to force that overcharge early, but it's not going to happen. Still milked it for quite a long amount of time, but they did lose their Demo Man to another pipe, so that's not ideal. Mirror Man's being thrown way up in the air, tries to get some frag onto Morska, but does get directed instead, and they didn't quite succeed on that push, Marxist. They didn't have enough players in, I think, and once again, backing off. The question is, can Turkey Lips and the rest of the Recess boys get on the second point?
Yeah, the big question here is, can they get out? Because Turkey Lips is going to go down at 95%. So the question seems to be, no, they cannot get out. And now, perhaps, the Sparko gang can finally get this last. But we'll see, because the respawns are going to come soon. Here's Rikachu coming out, but they're all over it. I don't think he can do it. He does manage to get a comedy frag on June, though. And that is going to get them a round, take us 4-3, with Playground Tactics leading and 10 minutes left.
Yeah, now the pressure's starting to get heated up here, as we're coming out to this potentially, again, last mid fight. Two Dome Men going to be getting here about at the same time, and we'll see who wants to get aggressive. Last time we saw two fairly passive mids, but not this time. Morska's right in on Stochastic, got one rocket down, but otherwise not quite. Stochastic's very caught out, though, and could get, facing 4 red players, does get destroyed there. Turkey Lips still alive, too, but only 3 blue players even trying to contest that. There is Alder in behind. Mirror Man's going to end up falling. There's still one more, and nope. Rikachu gets a second frag there, and looks like Alder's going to clean up the last one. So a wipe and almost an ace coming out. Great job by Playground Tactics.
Yeah, Maelstrom really opened it up there. But again, he did this really kind of straightforward bomb just right onto Stochastic. And unfortunately for Sparko Gang, way too many Sparko Gang team members watched him do it. And when they turned around after he was dead, they were kind of caught out, more or less, by being completely surrounded. So we'll see now. I love this. Maelstrom died at mid. The only dyer at mid has come up heavy. The heavy last push. Will they do it correctly, Cornpop?
Well, he's going to be a bit late, but that's not bad. They're going to get the medic really early as well. Lose their Demo Man, not great there, but now the heavy's going to be coming into play. A little bit low on HP, but he can eat some arrows. That's not the end of the world. Again, all they've gotten is Stochastic. Splits up on Sniper to counter this heavy, and I like that a lot, but they're pushing them all into spawn. Great job by Alder. This is a long, long last push, and Maelstrom finally, is he going to go down? He's eating so many medic arrows, he'll never die. Morska does end up going down, however, though, and now they have this heavy on second point. Alder's going to end up getting shot down, and this is the push out. I don't think that heavy worked for them.
Well, the kind of depressing thing here is no one went lower at all, and they were all charging at that heavy together. And Rikachu probably could have got that back half there, but he had no way to know that the whole team was there. And the heavy was unfortunately unable to get crit healed there and really make an effective play. So we'll see now. They're going to even this out, but that's not where you want to be if you're the Sparko Gang, because per the time limit, Playground Tactics could just sit here and do nothing. But they're actually going to push in. They're going. Turkey Lips' alias, vroom vroom, they're moving.
Yeah, Morska tried to get in behind, got thrown up early in that Uber fight, but ended up dying, and there goes Turkey Lips as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're getting completely clobbered on, but they were getting a couple of frags. Now the Dome Man hit a nice pipe to secure that medic frag. The scout in behind. Watch out for Split. Now it's a 2v2 over in Saw. It's only Maelstrom trying to fight these two players. They're hurt, but doesn't matter. Split takes it out with a pistol, and that is going to be a win in that mid Uber exchange for the blue team of the Sparkle Gang. Is Morska going to try anything funny, Marxist?
It looks like they're gonna at least have a look at it here. Oh wow, big damage comes out on Split. Yeah, not gonna be able to get it, just barely. So that one stings. You would have liked to have been able to to secure that mid. It'd be challenging to hold it because of the way spawns work, but you could have got your team some forward spawns.
Yeah, now they're pressuring in onto second, so the vroom hasn't stopped, apparently. Look at this bombing from Maelstrom as well. Two soldiers collided in the air, and it's going to be Maelstrom who pays for it in the end. Mirrorman as well standing on this point. Rikachu's peeking in. We'll see still a 5-on-5 fight as June died to Rikachu. Now they've got a lot of aggression on the red side. Pushing it on a Stochastic. Morska, great bomb. Look at that. Two beautiful frags and still pushing forward. Low HP, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. Split is in behind, and I think he won a 1v1 as well. He's going to be coming up against a Demoman, a Medic, and a Scout. No, he's just going to be ending up going to his own last, which is probably the smart play here.
Yeah, we'll see what they're going to do, because Playground Tactics could just win this now. And I didn't see any off classes come up, so they may try to do this straight up. We'll see what door they like. They tend to go lower, but they're going to switch. Looks like we might be trying to go Shutter, perhaps. They're having a talk. And here we go. The Uber's in.
Yeah, they're going to get the gun very early. Nice job by the Demoman to get that one. But so far, no frags just yet. The Heavy's getting extremely low. Spamfest does end up dying to that, and Split is running in and out of spawn. Gonna get that health back and come right back in. Now June is jumping over on the other side of the fight, and they've got a lot of time on point. Rikachu's on it, and they had the frags, and it didn't matter because the players were all over the point. That's gonna be it. It's a 5-3 final score. A good game.
Yep, a solid game. We saw a lot of how different these two teams are from each other. Sparkle Gang tends to take some bigger risks now and then. Playground Tactics tends to be pretty standard in their style of play. They tend to try to slow the game down and play very technically from there. So pretty cool to see. And what's our next map too, so we can get our viewers excited for that when we get going to it. I'm reading this thing.
Sunshine.
Oh, there we go. All right, so the next map will be Sunshine, and it'll be coming right up to you. Do we want to talk about stats, or do we want to just send it on over?
I want to look at a couple of stats. I mean, you know it was a long game when you've got frags like 55 coming out of Rikachu, which is nice on a map like Snakewater. 40 from Morska, 40 from Spamfest as well. Looking over damage numbers, 337.0 was your biggest from Morska. So big game by Morska. I'm not surprised by that. I was saying that name quite a lot. No more Ubercharge drops from Turkey Lips, so exceptional to see that. One from Stochastic, though.
Yeah, it's going to happen eventually in a game that long. Now, interestingly, they actually had the same number of Ubers.
Yeah.
Both vents with 25.
Yeah, they did before the half, too. They both had 10.
Well, look at that. Who died the most, I wonder? So we've got Maelstrom with 30. Oh, okay. Mirror Man with 41. But did get quite a number. 38 and 41 is not a bad day's work for the for a soldier man.
Also,
especially when they had to sack so much.
Yeah, I also may have just lied to you. I think they were tied on deaths before the half, not Ubercharges. So I'm a liar. I'm sorry.
Well, it happens to us all.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the way this process works, if you're not familiar, is we're going to have a new server come up with a new STV, hopefully. A new STV that works. And then we will tune into that and watch it and talk about it. But the process usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes, give or take. So I believe we'll have our lovely cameraman Azazel kick us on over to some interesting tunes. All right, welcome back, everybody. We got players in the server and a working STV, so we are going to bring you part 2 of this best of 3 here tonight. Playground Tactics, in case you missed the last game. Playground Tactics won that one, and they are now leading in the series 1-0. If they win here now on Sunshine, that's it. And they will go into at least 4th place in Open this season. That'll be determined in later games, but they're guaranteed cash money. And the Sparkle Gang will just be relegated to the dustbin of history, I suppose. But I'm joined by Cornpop still. You're still here. And Azazel is still doing the cam, so we don't have any weird caster switchery-do.
We wouldn't do that to you guys. So that would get confusing, and viewers being confused is the last thing that we want. So I do want to go over the open prize pool, just because this is the match that determines whether or not people will get money in this season. And it is a little bit different from previous seasons because of the lack of IM. So if you win 4th place or 3rd place, because there's no difference between the two, there's no 3rd place match, you get $225 for your team. If you get 2nd place, you secure $675 for your team, and the 1st place gets a grand total of $1,125 dues. So pretty good for just playing a video game, isn't it, Marxist?
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I assume that's partly because they don't have IM now, so they can wrap more of that prize money in. So that's pretty handy. It's better than the 600 old D Heroes got. For sure. It's almost double, in fact. So I could do a $200 for playing TF2.
Yeah, I think I should get $200 for casting TF2. I think you and I both should get on ESEA's payroll, Marxist.
Yeah, I do say I deserve it. But and you too, Cornpop. But not Azazel, because he's officially not going to cameraman that much in the future. So he's cut out of our little union deal now.
Yeah, out of the TFTV union that we use to lobby for caster and producer rights.
Any kind of pay at all.
We're not very good at it.
Yeah, we're struggling still. But so we have players in the server. There is a scary discussion about Rikachu using glue on his keyboard. And if you've seen my TFTV threads about my kind of janky repairs to my peripherals, you can tell why Rikachu and I got along.
Yeah, hopefully there's no issues. Rikachu is obviously the one... No, he's in the server. Do we know who's not in? I think it's a Sparkle Gang player.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, sometimes you gotta get some snacks and
True.
Take care of any other kind of business before you go into one of these. Now, the upside is most of these players, insofar as I know, are fairly old in TF2 terms. And so we don't have the talking in check about how someone's 12-year-old scout has a bedtime. or how our cameraman has a bedtime.
That's ideal. I know last week in Open, with the match we were going to cast, but the STV broke, there was a little bit of drama where people were... I think they enforced the ESEA 5-minute pause rule, which I didn't even know was a thing. But apparently it is. And they enforced that midway through playoffs, and they had to play 5v6 for a little bit of the time. And it was apparently a good game before that, so kind of unfortunate there. I don't think we'll see anything like that in this game, unless it was one of these two teams. I don't think it was, though. So, you know, usually people are good sports with that kind of stuff, especially with long-established players. I mean, yeah, they're playing for the money, so it is important, but being sportsmanlike is really more important than any cash prize.
Well, yeah, in general, in TF2, the only time that you do that kind of thing is if they need to know in advance. So like, if I have a player who's got to get on a plane or has a bedtime because they're young, then you have to tell the other team straight away and say, we can't, you know, if something does happen, we're not holding it longer than 5 minutes. But in general, when you play, that doesn't come up. You'll just, however long the pause takes is however long the pause takes.
I mean, I would put a limit on that. You know, if it's been an hour, At that point, I would probably call it.
Usually the pauser will give up on it before that time.
Yeah.
Nobody has the fortitude to just sit there in a forever dead game and never ever play. So we'll see. I have seen it go pretty long before on a pause, where it was maybe like 25, 30 minutes, but that was for like a major problem where someone lost their medic and couldn't get anybody in.
Yeah, there have been long pauses that I've seen as well, but yeah, I'm not gonna jinx it. We're already playing Sunshine. We don't need more delays. Yes, we have all 12 players in the server now. I think June was the last one to get in, so hopefully we should be going live pretty soon. I think they already know the rosters if they've been watching. But we can probably go over them one more time just for the new boys. I'll go with Sparkle Gang this time because I'm pretty sure I didn't do them last time. They're going to have Split and Spamfest on Scout. June is going to be their Roamer. Mirror Man is on Pocket. Is it Ether or Ether on Demo Man?
I call him Ether because that's how I've heard it said by other people.
Alright, we're going to go with Ether on Demo Man and Stochastic on their Medic.
Yeah, I actually don't know if it's Ether or Ether, the way they pronounce it, but whatever. So we got Playground Tactics. We got Rikachu and Alder are your scouts. Maelstrom and Morska are your soldiers. Use on Demo Man and Turkey Lips, aka Vroom Vroom Girl, on Medic.
Alrighty, so we will be sewing live here. Do you have do you think they'll continue to streak? Because this is one of those matches where it seems like it could go either way. Both these teams are very equal in skill, but usually when you have a best of 3 map series, especially when it's not like invite grand finals, you tend to see 2-0s more often than 2-1s. So do you think this is going to be a clean sweep? Think it's going to get any easier for the Playground Tactics guys?
Well, the worry that I would have if I played on Sparkle Gang right now is they tend to be an aggressive team. And Sunshine is not a map that rewards aggression. It is very big and it's very difficult. The map is big, so it's easy for your players to get spread out from each other. And then you have another situation, which is on second. There's a lot of junk in the way from Choke, and that's a problem because the jumpy classes can get way far ahead, and the non-jumpy classes are stuck running through an obstacle course. So, and all of these things do not favor aggressive play, and Playground Tactics tends to try to play kind of a slower style. So I would say this map is very much in their favor, unless there's some peculiar thing about their team where they're bad at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll have to find out, because we're going live. Green text is going to be on your screen. There it is. Once again, this is ESEA Season 25 Open Playoffs Round 2. The Sparkle Gang versus Playground Tactics. Playground Tactics are up 1-0 in the best of 3 series. This is map 2, as Ether and Use are going to be coming out to this mid-fight and trying to exchange some spam. I think Ether got a little bit better deal out of that damage, but Maelstrom's looking to be going in behind or waiting for some sort of a bomb. They have started to play Ring Around the Rosie here, Marxist, which could be bad for the losing team because it can be kind of hard to come out. Maelstrom's going to be coming into the enemy team's cafe, it seems like, but the Ring Around the Rosie has almost completely happened now. Morska has taken control of that clock tower. It's been a very passive bid from both teams. Mirror Man is the one who goes down first, though, and this could be bad. June's extremely low as well. Eats an arrow, so going to be okay, at least for now. Up on that clock tower, falls down on the point now as they're still running around. I think they're just going to back off, but of course that is not their half of the map, so they're going to have to pop Uber Charge and run forward with it. Spamfest is trying to make some space, but I'm not sure it's going to be great Uber Charge for them. They didn't get any frags. They're going to lose their Demo Man over in Cafe, and now the scouts are coming back in, trying to do anything they can. Stochastic is so out of position. He is somehow still alive, but finally dies. Spamfest, the only player still here on the middle point, and does end up dying. That's the Ring Around the Rosie mid.
Yes, indeed. That was a very long mid-fight, and it ends up with a pretty disastrous outcome for Sparkle Gang, where Turkey Lips has got that Uber advantage. and they should get second easily. It looks like they will. They are going for... Oh, we're going double off class over on Sparkle Gang. So Sniper and G, it's up to them.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Split to maybe get a pick if anybody's going to. There goes the gun actually already down, has to be rebuilt. So Spamfast is going to be building that one back up. Now we have 100% coming out of Turkey Lips. They pop it off over on the left-hand side. They're going to be focusing that gun as early as they can. It's going to get taken down by Use. That's a good job by them, but they need to secure some frags afterwards. Spamfest, or Sarcastic, sorry, is going to go down. Ether as well. Those are two big frags as they're pushing into last. They're going to continue, but they actually lose 3 players. It's 3-on-3 at the moment, and they just lost one. We see one Demo Man who's pushing aggressively is sitting him back. He's going to eat an arrow, and now it's only June. Can't take down 3 full HP on less than 50. Looks like it's going to be a quick 1-0 for Playground Tactics.
Yeah, the mid took forever, and Stoke got caught on the wrong side at the end of it, and then they just pushed in. They weren't able to get the big game match-altering headshot, and that was pretty much it. So here we go. Will we see another complete 360 mid?
Was a fast bomb from June, but didn't really find anything. Backed off his own side, and look at that split very early going down on the middle point. This is not like the last mid at all so far. We'll see though how it continues to go down. There goes Rikachu down from June. It's a 5-on-5 at the moment. Now big bomb in from June over, gets some damage down to Maelstrom, but a nice track from Maelstrom. Going to be sending him back. Morska bombing on the point. Didn't quite get any frags there, but got some damage down, and I think his team's going to have to retreat. It's a 3-on-4 over fighting on this midpoint, but they're not done yet. They're still coming in, but Split's behind them, so they have to watch out for that one as they're still pressuring in now. If Turkey Lips doesn't see the scout, no, doesn't end up falling. Oh no, this is not ideal. Is Stochastic going to stay alive? There's Rikachu actually in onto Stochastic, forces the overcharge off. So not disastrous, very low though, and we still see a soldier bombing in. Maelstrom and the scout Elder both going to go down.
Yeah, that was a big play there from Rikachu to at least get that popped off, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference unless Ether goes huge. Oh, that's basically the question right now. Doing all right, but no, can't do it the rest of the way. And I'm having flashbacks, Cornpop, because we're at 1-1. So here we go. Teams are very evenly matched. The Sparkle Gang needed that, and we'll see if they can translate that into additional rounds.
Yeah, but those were very fast. That was 2 rounds in just over 4 minutes. So look at this again. A fast bomb from June. This time finds No Man onto Use. Ends up trading for it. Dies trying to flee through Cafe, but Soldier for a demo, great pick so far. Can they follow up on that? They should have a damage advantage, but look at this big bombing from Maelstrom, takes down the enemy demo, and Stochastic go down as well, but they just fed a lot of players in to the blue team, and now it's only Rikachu. Can he stay alive and get some frags? Doesn't look like it. Spamfast takes him down with that scattergun, and they're going to be able to cap this point off and win another mid.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did lose Stoke there that time, so we won't see the instant re-push that we saw last time. But they should maybe potentially get second. They're going to let a scout go on it first. Hide a soldier. Try for a cheeky laser beam on the door. Here goes the bomb. They're going to try and push this out. 2 soldiers are out here, and they're going to end up getting the scout frag. It ends up being a trade, and whew, lots of pressure at choke, but they're going to get out of it, as the combo for Sparkle Gang was actually in Cafe for the longest time. They are going to end up getting Ether, though, in a trade situation for Maelstrom, and that's a good trade for Playground Tactics.
And Stochastic is barely surviving, not quite. Morska does get taken down, but gets the medic frag. And there we see another one. June, good bomb on a Turkey Lips. Should die in the end of this. And now it looks like Alder's not going to be able to get the frag in the end. But still 2 players up on the defending team. They're going to get spawns in 3 seconds, so it shouldn't be disaster. Pushed back to last time, but they might have a bit of an Uber ad, even because Stochastic has nobody to heal at the moment, so they're not going to be able to push off that, but they'll be fine to sit on last for a little bit while, but not a great position for the Recess boys, despite being up 1 map.
Well, Stochastic is going to try and change the game here, because they have gone crits. So we'll see how they orchestrate this. Because the real downside to crits here for them is they've got a soldier running the Cow Mangler, which does not handle crits well. But it looks like they're going to go with it. With crits, you really need to start getting ready for the crits at about 80%. So they're gonna need to pop it off quick, or Turkey Lips is gonna have Uber. So here we go. They need to kill Turkey Lips again. Get him!
Oh my gosh.
So there it is. 2 kills as well. Pressure on the point. I don't think they'll get anything else. There's another kill off to the side, basically. And the push is going to come back in here with the buffed up players.
Yeah, they're getting some scout frags now. Rigachu and Alder both going to end up falling. This is the point time. One soldier can't save the day. I mean, that was such a close crits pop that they got there onto the medic. I'm not sure, was it a drop or was Turkey Lips at like 99? Because I think
it's a 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 99, or it was like she had just got it and didn't realize what was happening.
Yeah, it was really close, but we're on to the next bid. 2-1 for the team that's down a map. Sparkle Gang looking to make this 3 and ends of the half, but they're going to lose split really early to the Demo Man, and this is some great aggression. They're all over the medic and the Demo Man. It's only Stochastic and June. June in Cafe. They did manage to get the frag onto the blue medic there, or red medic, sorry, as Turkey Lips did end up falling to somebody, but still some really good aggression. If they're going to pull it back, we probably will see a 2-2 here, Marxist.
Yeah, these two teams are really anything you can do, I can do better on Sunshine. And we'll see what's going on, because Demo here is really far up. And they have not made any attempt to cap yet. Tries to go for the cheeky frag there, but Scout gets onto him. Gets launched, goes all the way around. Almost surfs a full 360, but the ground ends up finishing him. They still have not capped second, as they are attempting to cast, maybe perhaps cap last. I don't really know. I think maybe they were going for the med there, and but there is actually a crits on the field for red right now, and there's a pause.
Our first pause, it's been pretty good, honestly. We haven't quite gotten a pause yet. Of course, it's on Sunshine. And we were talking before about 25-minute pauses, so I hope this isn't one of them. But regardless, this is a good position for the backyard. What's their playground tactics? Why am I thinking backyard? I'm thinking the backyardigans, I almost wanted to say, but that's like a kid's cartoon. No, they're in a good position at the moment. 15% ad. Is their crits going to be as tight as the last crits we saw, though, Marxist, where it was at like 99 where they managed to snipe the medic? I think when they actually got the crits, they had only built, I think, a 7% crits advantage. This one's a little bit better than that, but how well will they utilize it?
Well, the trouble that they're going to run into is that they're not moving fast enough on this crits, because they already have it, and they're not in position. So there's a pretty good chance, unless Stochastic is the one that disconnects, or Turkey Lips for that matter, that bad things will happen to them when they pop this crits. But on the reverse side, sitting in spawn right now is Morska on heavy. And I don't know that he can make it to second in time to do to block a counter push. But I guess we'll find out. And they're moving again, so hooray! Whatever bad thing did not last long.
And they pop it off, but already the Uber charge, actually, Stochastic has it. So they didn't have any advantage at all, Marxist. They got split, but otherwise, this was not a good Uber charge or Crits Creek play at all. They do get Mirror Man as well, who tried to push forward on the right-hand side, and they're getting time on point, so they could be turning this around. They have a heavy coming in now as well on that Tommy Slot, being able to deny June, the bombing soldier. Great job there, and now Stochastic needing a lot of pressure, and that's how you use a heavy.
Yep, that was great, and they had options there too, because if the crits hadn't done anything and there was no heavy to win the round, then they could have just re-crits and they would have had advantage for that. And now it looks like that pause we had was a strategic one.
Yes, very potential here as we see June bombing very aggressively. This is the third time we've seen him do this, but this is the second time where it hasn't worked out. Split taking a lot of damage as well underneath the point. They're kind of jumping all over the place. There's a soldier battle. Maelstrom versus Mirror Man. Mirror Man going to just come up on top of that one. June on top of the bell tower is going to get shot down as well, but Stochastic did fall, and that was a big frag there. We still see pushing across. They got the Devil Man as well. Split trying to get some frags here. Does find one with the pistol on a Morska. Now will Alder be able to take down a Scout and a Demo Man? He's taken already a lot of damage, but he's on Ether, and Ether's extremely low. Can he get this frag before Split cleans him up? No. Nice meat shot by Split, and Turkey Lips is actually still in, but they're not chasing her.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't, but I guess you really want to get this second cap down.
Yeah.
Or this mid cap, excuse me. Because Turkey Lips will have that Uber now, they're ostensibly just gonna come back and take it over on the playground side. But we'll see. Sparkle Gang has done some interesting stuff to thwart them. Pausing. Rick is lagging. Okay. Yeah, Rikachu sometimes has internet trouble. This has been a theme for many years.
Well, hopefully it didn't hurt them too bad. It was, again, a short pause. Rikachu is now pushing, and I still notice him kind of jumping around, but we'll see. They're popping off on him anyways before losing Alder. So now they're scattering all over the place. We see 3 blue players are actually going in through flank. They're backing off now, but they're all over the medic. Now can Turkey Lips stay alive? She's got 2 scouts on her, but Rikachu's doing a good job so far. But as I say that, he dies, and Turkey Lips is probably going to die here, being pistoled down by Spamfest. So he goes down, and now there's a couple players on the second point. There is 1 scout on it. Looks like Spamfest is just going to be looking for players to shoot out of the air. Now they have 4x on that point, but Alder's going to come in and, wow, meat shot both of them. Nice job by the scout there. There's only 1 alive.
Yeah, once you're inside that tube on Sunshine Second, your vision is very poor. And it's possible for flank plays like that to just wipe you out. And that's how it went down. So now we're going to see Playground try to retake this mid, but all the spawns come up for Sparkle Gang, and they are contesting a bit. And it looks like a scout is going to work their way all the way in on top of Tetris.
Yeah, Rikachu's taking a bit of damage, being pressured in by June and Split, but is going to be okay. They're going to be fine. This aggression that was coming out of the Sparkle Gang has stopped for now, so they're content to sit on second. It is almost exactly even Ubers. Do we have a crits? We take your bet. Okay, we do. Looks like Turkey Lips is on that gun, but it's not going to be very big, so it's going to be really tough to go with this.
Yeah, it's strange. They haven't really run crits much on Snakewater, which I would say is a bit better map for it. But here we go. The crits is away, and then gets sarcastic. He drops. So there you go. That's all you need, really. Oh, and 2 more frags. Very well done crits there. And unfortunately, Turkey Lips is not got. I was actually watching her perspective, could not see anything behind all that wood over there and cauliflower, and ended up going down.
Still a full wipe, though. I mean, they're not going to be upset with that one. And now she can get off crits if she doesn't want to still be on it, which is nice. Maelstrom was trying to hide. Is staying on the crits. Okay, well, they feel confident. I mean, that was a beautiful sticky snipe that they got onto the enemy medic. So, yeah, definitely not a bad decision. And they got Stochastic as well with the stickies. They just caught that in the kill feed, but great job there. And we see they're going to be feeding some players in at the moment, but Morska makes that a trade. So they're going to have big crits, much bigger than last time. And if they manage to work with no crits advantage, they should be able to go with 60 crits advantage.
Yeah, and really with the crits, everybody thinks you've got to kill the med all the time. But really, if you get 3 frags with it, that's good enough. You've done a pretty grievous amount of damage at that point. Now there is a sentry gun, a 7th player over on the other side. 7 players are immune to the crits.
They are. They're going in on the left-hand side, so they should be able to spam from afar, but now they're being pushed in by June. That's exactly what they got to do. They did get Stochastic, so that's the medic frag they needed. They got 2 more on top of that, but without the overcharge, Split does end up getting a frag with a sentry gun. So we'll see if that stalls the push too much. Finally, the gun does go down, but there's only 2 scouts running forward, and they're hitting a lot of shots. They got no man. It's a 2v2 scout. One of them has heals, one of them has respawns, and they're not able to kill these scouts fast enough. I think that's the death of the push marks. This Rikachu, can he get out? Nope. Actually just dies to Split. So medic got out, it seems. Still on that Crits Creek, though. Turkey Lips is going to be fine.
Yeah, it's a rough life over there. The scouts were just not able to kill each other fast enough. And the soldiers came out and they couldn't stand on the point anymore. So here goes an attempt possibly to push out, but nothing really doing so far. Now that because of the crits situation, they've got crits advantage still yet. And we'll see what they do with it. They should have a bit of time to get moving with it.
Yeah, it's basically the exact same thing as last time, except less of an advantage and a smaller sentry gun. So we'll see if they can make it happen with this one. They're going in through the other side this time. The gun goes down before the pop even happens. There goes Mirror Man very early to the crits, but June bombs in, can't quite find the frag on him. Doman, that's big, and the scouts are all over the floor. Get the medic frag. This one's looking much, much better, Marxist. There's only Split alive, and he's not going to do it. Dies onto the point, and we're not going to have a 2-2 tie at the end of the half.
Yes, indeed. That one's going to be a shorter one. But the cool thing that we got going so far is Sparkle Gang is still in this, at least. So I want to see Badlands tonight. I don't know about you, but we may get lucky. But so far, it's a pretty cool game, I would say, on Sunshine. Usually, we did have that one comedically passive mid. Yes. But other than that, the teams have done a pretty good job of negotiating this map.
Yeah, they really have. I've enjoyed Sunshine a lot more than usual, which is nice because Sunshine can be it can be a less fun map sometimes. I'm looking at the stats now, though, Marxist. Top fragging in the server was going to be Use with 21. So a little uncommon from Doman, and 366 DPM from him as well. He's going to hit both of those. He had a really good game. 367 if you want to round up with that one. I don't think anybody's even close on either of those stats. Does anybody break 300? No, nobody else in the server broke 300. And that's with a pause. 367 DPM with a pause. There's a short pause, but still a great job by him. Medic deaths, quite a bit better actually for Turkey Lips, which is a little surprising considering she didn't have a great game last map. But 8 deaths to 12 on Stochastic and 1 drop on Stochastic as well.
Yeah, well, I can tell you the deep dark secret to that damage number is the Kritzkriegs.
Yeah.
If you're a demo player and you want to show off for your friends, just convince your team's medic to run a lot of crits. And then if you're good enough to actually hit some of those crits, you'll get a really inflated DPM number because of how much that how much damage those crit stickies do.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you don't want to discredit him too much. He was still doing a lot of work even with that crits. I think the comboing of Use and Turkey Lips has been the dominant force of making them win this first half, as not dominantly, but as well as they did. It was an even first half, but I think they definitely showed that they were the better team. And there was quite a bit of Kritzkrieg playing this, a lot more than you usually see. Probably one of the most, I don't know if I want to say the most, but one of the most Kritzkriegi games I've seen in a long time. So it's good to see that working, because oftentimes it feels like crits fails a lot.
Yeah, crits became a lot harder to use for 2 distinct reasons. The first was the Demo Man nerf that occurred like 2 years ago. And that hurt crits' viability just because sticky radius was decreased. And so you can't do quite as much damage with it to grouped up people, because if they're not fairly close together, then you won't hit them. And then the other thing that hurt it was arrow building becoming a thing. And so now if the Kritzkrieger is building and the arrow builder has an Uber, they're going to be fairly close to each other, and then you're taking a big risk if you end up thinking you're going to crits with advantage and you get an Uber in your grill.
Yeah, but I think what we've seen with these Kritzkriegs is it's not that they've I guess we're starting real quick, but I was just going to say, I mean, they haven't been big Uber advantages, most of them. It's been either at like 99% they kill the medic, or it's been a snipe and they kill the medic. So they're working with these disadvantages the crits propose, and they're still making it work. So great job by both these teams. They both ran crits pretty successfully, but here we go into the second half. Teams are ready and roaring to go. We're already on the mid. June jumping on that clock tower as fast as he can, but nobody really to shoot up there. Taking a bit too much damage as well. Has to back off. We see them now all over on the right-hand side. June thrown way up in the air. Should crater here. Not quite, but Rikachu finishes them off either way. And now we see Mirror Man bombing in as well, but has to back off. We'll see if he survives. He's back up with his medic now, but a couple of blue players did go down, including the Demoman, but they're just using these scouts with full heals, pushing underneath the point. Alder did take a little bit too much damage and has to back off, and Rikachu doesn't secure any frags, but this could be the bomb in by Maelstrom. No, didn't hit the frag on a stochastic, so both meds stay alive, and they're going to be standing on that point.
Which is quite a bit different from all the other meds we've had so far on this map. Because we've actually got a true stalemate for once here. And there's a big bomb in! No, not going to do it. And Maelstrom, that was pretty nice. That was very quick. I don't think they were expecting it to come that soon. And we'll see, are they doing anything interesting over on Sparkle Gang? It looks like Split's trying to get some attention. Maybe a bomb will come from elsewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it at the moment, but look at Maelstrom up on Spy. That's going to be their play as Playground Tactics look to take the second point. Gotta be careful, less spam all over. He's running pretty fast too. Is he on Cloak and Dagger? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
He's right behind the medic already!
Wow,
got that stab. Almost got a second one, but they were able to turn around. So if he was on the Cloak and Dagger, he never stood still for it, so it doesn't matter. He's gonna get that frag, and that's gonna completely open up this point for his team. Morse is gonna get taken down a little early, dropped before that Uber charge, which isn't ideal, and they're gonna find the frag in a split who is trying to retreat, but otherwise I'm not sure they're gonna get too many frags. Rikachu's all the way on last though and wants this medic pick, but Stochastic's in the spawn. It's not gonna work for him.
Yeah, not gonna happen. It wasn't really worth it because they've already got Uber advantage anyhow.
Yeah.
But oh well. Rikachu was trying to do things there. Can't fault him for that. And they are going to get this pretty easily, but oh, look what's happened. We've gone back to the spy well, Cornpop. And running the diamond back as well. I saw that Crit's pistol out. So let's see, will it be as easy this time? Sneaking in, picking up ammo, I'll let you call it.
Oh, he's not on that Cloak and Dagger. He's right behind the medic again, but Stochastic's turning this time and facing the right direction. Now with the revolver, but not quite. Mirror Man is going to end up dying, and Rikachu as well was in and dies to Mirror Man there, who got the frag on a Maelstrom last, and that's a 2-pick advantage, Marxist. That's something to work with on Sunshine. If you want to go, they're going to pop it off, it seems, and they're running for it. I'm not sure if that was a force, but the Stochastics are pretty low. They get the frag on a Morska as well, but I think everybody's out, and they're going to have full Uber charge push right back in. They're leading on a scout, as well as their Demo Man use is getting aggressive here, as they've got a couple of players in front of them to kill. They're going to get both the scouts, which is nice. And Ether's extremely low as well. He's going to go down. Only soldiers and a medic. And as I say that, June is going to go down. Nearman and Stochastic are the only players on last, but I don't think they can take down 6 players. Not with that attitude.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they proved that fighting an Uber and then also capping is very hard, even when the other team doesn't have very many players. So that's going to take us 4-2. The icy hand of death is grasping for Sparkle Gang.
Yes, it is the Playground Tactics. Keep wanting to say that. Playground Tactics now need one more round to win in the second round of Open Playoffs. We'll see. They're kind of playing Ring and Rosie this time. Maelstrom's a little bit caught out, but he's on top of a medic. He finds himself, does get taken down, but Stochastic goes down anyways. Some nice stickers from Use. Running all over the place, though. Overall, this has not gone their way. They are going to lose their medic right away here. Does get pistoled down by Spamfest, and who is alive? Morska jumping around, not on high HP. Going to run into Ether, and that's the end of that.
Indeed. So they've got that one. They're going to grab second to Sparkle Gang. Really needs that 4-2 on, you know, being set to match point, already being down at map. That feels bad. 4-2, not so bad. We can come back from that. So we'll see what's going on here. There is a Momo Cat sniper, but we're back on the stochastic crits. And they've used it very well. They're also doing a lot of the arrow building so they get it even faster. And here we are. We're in the zone now. This is the get ready to pick your door and talk about who you're going to shoot. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Maelstrom spotted that crits. I think he might have seen the medic there, but Regardless, they have a lot of sticks to go through, and they have popped it off. Now they get 2 very early frags, which is great for them. Demo and Soldier both get one. June across the map does find a frag, and they're pushing forward. Now there is, of course, a full Uber charge, a real Uber charge, but it doesn't matter at all. Turkey Lips gets taken down, and Rikachu, the last saving grace. Not going to happen for them. They've tied 1-1 this round, but 4-3 overall. This is their comeback.
Yep, that was a textbook Chris play, too, because a lot of the mistakes I see teams who try to fiddle with crits make is you've got to have a guy behind the med. And if someone comes through the door to try to kill your demo, you just crits them instead, and the guy behind gets the frag.
Yeah, it was perfectly executed the way they did that one. And now we're coming to the next mid-fight here, still jumping across the point, back and forth, we'll see. Then a little bit of rotating so far. Double Soldier Bomb has gone forward. They found the frag on the Dome-Man. Nice job there. Mirror Man gets sent straight into Medic, but not quite enough momentum to get that frag. June gets taken down by the skill stick of Maelstrom. Great job there by him, and they're still trying to back off. It seems at this point the red team doesn't have a lot of hope left. They are, of course, on the wrong side of the map, though, so they need to just stall to Uber. 95 from Stochastic. No! Morska takes them both down with one crisp rocket.
Yeah, and that's one of those mids where they, as soon as they lost those first 2, they needed to figure out what they were going to do, because Stochastic was stuck on the wrong side of mid, and they needed to get moving in a hurry there. That's one of those situations where I wouldn't have called that strat, but here we go. So here comes the Uber to win the game.
Yeah, folks in the Sentry Gun, very early, great job there. It is a full Uber, not a crits as well, so keep that in mind. There is a split heavy that they have to deal with, but they've gotten 2 frags already, one of which was on the Engineer. Now Mirror Man's going to be coming out of the other team, other place of the spawn. There's some stickies on the point, but they are going to get the scout. Morska and Rikachu are both going to end up falling here, and I think this might be the collapse. They're coming down on them now. It's only Stochastic and Marxist. This is going to be the end. Sparkle Gang have been defeated, and Playground Tactics are going to be moving into the cash money round, at least 4th place.
Yeah, and I should point out that that was an upset game by the seeding. That was the 6th seed overtaking the 3rd seed in 2 games. And that actually matches the total for number of games lost by Sparkle Gang the whole season. So they were 14-2 going into this, and will now be 14-4.
Yes, and 2 very close games, to say that as well. A 5-3 and a 5-3, so exact same scoreline on both maps. And both maps, I wouldn't say they played similarly. We saw a lot more crits on the second one. They played very differently, but both were very close. So that's always interesting. I like to see that because we get good games on both sides, but at the same time, we don't have to get bored by watching the same thing over and over again. You know, it's good to see strategies change, and both teams really adapted to the crits. And that's something I think is interesting because sometimes you see one team go really huge with crits, okay, but on this map, on Sunshine, both teams played crits very, very well.
Yeah, that was exciting. And crits was one of my favorite metagun options to go to, really. Like, yeah, I know you only have 2, of course, but I really like to go to the crits.
You have vaccinated, that's a thing.
Yeah, well, no. I wouldn't belittle myself by doing that. But I was one of those meds who really like to go crits a lot. And then they kind of took that away from me. But it was good to see a small revival of it, at least for one night here. But congratulations to Playground Tactics. I really don't know what else we've got to say here, Cornpop. It's a shame. I wanted to see some Badlands between those 2 teams.
Yeah, I mean, there should be some Badlands coming up sometime in the playoffs, right? I mean, there's gotta be. I want to see this to see if there's a post on ESEA. But all the maps are going to be predetermined. And as we move forward into the week, it's only Sunday, but we already have a round 2 game going on. There are going to be 2 invite games and potentially more open games that we will be casting on Team Fortress TV 1 and 2. The exciting invite games, Marxist, are Freotech versus Ascent and No Mercy taking on Faint Gaming. And I think the second round in invites, at least, is always the most exciting in my opinion, other than grand finals, just because you do have these top tier matchups and even the bottom tier matchups where the teams might not be the best in the league, but they are certainly very close in skill.
Oh yeah, invites good to look forward to, and as as the open playoffs get down to the top 4, that's going to be sick because it always is. And this was, I mean, it didn't take us to 3 maps, but this was a really good set of games here. And if you're a newer player too, I would really strongly suggest watching this over again because there's a lot you can learn from what these two teams are doing to each other.
And I do want to mention, just to fill in your Badlands lust, the grand finals of Open will start off with Badlands. So if Playground Tactics play their cards right and they win their next match, you will get to see them play on Badlands at long last.
Well, so there we are. Well, do we have anything else, Cornpop?
I like to say the stats, so I'm gonna say that really quick. Your top damager was, of course, Use 353. I think that was a little higher than last time, or maybe a little lower. It's right around where he was before. He's top fragging as well with 26. So despite not getting as many crits plays as in the first half, he's still going pretty huge there. 1 extra Uber charge dropping us to Stochastic. And I mean, deaths have definitely grown in differences. Stochastic 17 deaths, and Turkey Lips still sitting only at 10, which is a nice bottom death for the server. But with that, of course, my name has been Cornpop. I've been here with Marxist and Azazel on the Twitch stream. I thank you all for joining in, and as I said, we're gonna have some great games coming up later in the week, so sure to stick around for those, and until then, see you later.